Faust. In the previous chapter, Faust and Mephisto met with a witch. She brewed them a magical potion, which Faust was inclined to drink. After drinking the potion, they exited the witch's lair. The scene begins on the street with Faust, and Margaret is passing by. Faust. Fair lady, may I be so free to offer my arm in company? Margaret. I'm neither a lady nor am I fair, and can go home without your care. She frees herself and exits. Faust. By heaven, this young girl is fair. Her like I don't know anywhere. She is so virtuous and pure, but somewhat pert and not demure. The glow of her cheeks and her lips so red, I shall not forget until I am dead. Her downcast eyes, shy and yet smart, are stamped forever on my heart. Her curtness and her brevity was sheer enchanting ecstasy. We then see Mephisto enter. Faust. Get me that girl and don't ask why. Mephisto. Which one? Faust. She only just went by. Mephisto. That one. She saw her priest just now, and he pronounced her free of sin. I stood right there and listened in. She's so completely blemishless that there was nothing to confess. Over her, I don't have any power. Faust. She is well past her 14th year. Mephisto. Look at the guy Lothario here. He would like to have every flower, and thinks each prize or pretty trick just waits around for him to pick. But sometimes that just doesn't go. Faust. My very reverend holy Joe, leave me in peace with law and right. I tell you, if you don't comply, and this sweet young blonde blood doesn't lie between my arms this very night, at my night we'll have parted ways. Mephisto. Think of the limits of my might. I need at least some 14 days to find a handy evening. Faust. If I had peace for 7 hours, I should not need the devil's powers to seduce such a little thing. Mephisto. You speak just like a Frenchman. Wait, I beg you, and don't be annoyed. What have you got when it's enjoyed? The fun is not nearly so great, and when you bit by bit imbibe it, and first resort to playful folly, to knead and to prepare your dolly, the way that some Gallic tales describe it. Faust. I've appetite without all that. Mephisto. Now without jokes or tit for tat, I tell you, with this fair young child, we simply can't be fast or wild. We'd waste our time storming and running. We have to have recourse to cunning. Faust. Get something from the angel's nest, or lead me to her place of rest. Get me a kerchief from her breast, a garter from my darling's knee. Mephisto. Just so you see, it touches me, and I would soothe your agony. Let us not linger here and thus delay. I'll take you to her room today. Faust. And shall I see her? Have her? Mephisto. No. To one of her neighbors she has to go, but meanwhile you may be at your leisure. Relish the hopes of future pleasures till you are sated with her atmosphere. Mephisto. Can we go now? Or, I'm sorry, Faust. Can we go now? Mephisto. It's early yet, I fear. Faust. Get me a present for the dear. And then they exit. Mephisto. A present right away? Good. He will be a hit. There's many a nice place I know, with treasures buried long ago. I better look around a bit. They both exit the scene. The next scene takes place in the evening, inside of a small, neatly kept room. We again see Margaret. She's braiding and binding her hair. I should give much if I could say, who was that gentleman today? He looked quite gallant, certainly, and is of noble family. That much even his forehead told. How else could he have been so bold? She then exits the room. We now see Mephistopheles and Faust enter. Mephisto. Come in, but very quietly. Faust. I beg you, leave and let me be. Mephisto. Sniffing around the room. She's neater than a lot of girls I see. And then Mephisto exits the room. Faust is looking up and about inside of Margaret's room. Sweet light of dusk, gust from above, that fills this shrine, be welcome you. Seize now my heart, sweet agony of love, that languishes and feeds on hope's clear dew. What sense of calm embraces me, of order and complete content? What What bounty is this poverty? And in this prison, ah, what ravishment! He then throws himself onto the leather armchair by the bed. Welcome me now as former ages rested, within your open arms in grief and joy. How often was this father's throne contested, by eager children prized by girl and boy. And here, perhaps, her full cheeks flushed with bliss, my darling, grateful for a Christmas toy, pressed on her grandsire's withered hand a kiss. I feel your spirit, lovely maid, of ordered bounty breathing here, which, motherly, comes daily to your aid, to teach you a rug is best on tables laid, and how the sand should be on the floor appear. O God-like hand, to you it's given, to make a cottage a kingdom of heaven. And here, he lifts the bed curtain. What raptured shudder makes me stir, how I should love to be immured, where in light dreams nature matured, the angel that's innate in her. Here lay the child, developed slowly, her tender breast with warm life fraught, and here, through weaving pure and holy, the image of the gods was wrought. And you, alas, what brought you here? I feel so deeply moved and queer. What do you seek? Why is your heart so sore? Poor Faust, I do not know you anymore. Do magic smells surround me here? Immediate pleasure was my best. But now, in dreams of love, I'm all but spent. Are we mere puppets of the atmosphere? If she returned this instant from her call, how for your main transgression you would pay, the haughty lad would be so small, lie at her feet, and melt away. Mephisto then enters the room. Let go, I see her in the lane. Faust, away, I'll never come again. Mephisto, here is a fairly decent case. I picked it up some other place. Just leave it in the chest up there. She'll go out of her mind, I swear, for I put things in it, good sir, to win a better one than her. But child is child, and play is play. Faust, I don't know, should I? Mephisto, why delay? You do not hope to save your jewel, or I'll give your lust this advice. Don't waste fair daytime like this twice. Not my exertions, it is cruel. It is not simple greed, I hope. I scratch my head, I fret and mope. He puts the case into the chest, and then locks the chest again. Away, let's go! It's just to make the child fulfill your heart's desire and your will. And you stand and frown, as if you had to lecture in cap and gown, as if in gray there stood in front of you. Physics and metaphysics too. Away! They both exit the small room. Margaret comes in with a lamp. It seems so close, so sultry now. She then opens a window. And yet outside it's not so warm. I feel so strange. I don't know how. I wish my mother would come home. A shudder grips my body. I feel chilly. How fearful I am, and oh, how silly. She begins to sing. In Thule there was a king, faithful unto the grave, to whom his mistress dying a golden goblet gave. Nothing he held more dear, at every meal he used it. His eyes would fill with tears, as often as he mused it. And when he came to dying, the towns in his realm he told, not to his heir denying, except the goblet of gold. He dined at even fall, with all of his chivalry, in the ancestral hall, in the castle by the sea. The old man rose at last, and drank life's sunset glow, and the sacred goblet he cast into the flood below. He saw it plunging, drinking, and sinking into the sea. His eyes were also sinking, and never more drank he. She then opens the chest to put away her clothes and sees the case that Mephisto had left inside. How did this lovely case get in my chest? I locked it after I got dressed. It certainly seems strange. And what might be in there? It might be a security, left her alone in mother's care. There is a ribbon with a key. I think I'll open it and see. What is that? God in heaven, there! I never saw such finery. These jewels, why, a lord's lady would wear. These on the highest holiday. How would this necklace look on me? Who owns this? It is also fine. She then puts the necklace onto herself and steps before the mirror. If these earrings were only mine, one looks quite different right away. What good is beauty, even youth? All that may be quite good and fair, but what does it get you anywhere? Their praise is half pity, you can be sure, for gold contend, on gold depend all things. Woe to us poor.